starting YouTube from Snap because I thought it would be a little bit better of an introduction rather than throwing it up on the computer like every other video. But it's my very first video. We're gonna go over my Robinhood portfolio. I'm not gonna waste anybody's time telling you who I am. My name's Austin. I'm 22. Blah 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 blah. That's it. Uh, this channel is gonna be about hopefully making positive change to anybody that can take away anything from it. We're not here to talk about stupid bullshit. We're not here to. We can debate and have, actual conversations, but we're not gonna fucking bash each other. It's not any of that shit. Oh, comes the cat. Yep. Yep. Mic check. Alright. In the future, I'll have to make sure or figure out this camera situation because on my screen it looks terrible, but it's not a big deal right now. And I think I'm leaving the video of the cat knocking over the camera because that was hilarious. But today, we're going over my Robinhood portfolio. I'm going to not use too much of your guys' time. So, we're going to do a lot here. So, I'm going to make my videos short and it's informational. We have Altria, ticker symbol MO. Yeah, I don't even really like talking like that. But anyway, I'm holding Altria. They pay a dividend. Looks like we're down 3.6%. Sometimes Robinhood's dividend yield is not accurate exactly, but around 8.7%. That's what it's showing me. It's a pretty solid dividend. It's higher than when I bought it at. It's the year chart. I think I ended up, let's see, what is my average price again? I think it's 43, 44, and it's at 42. Okay, yeah. So I want to buy more if we see like 41. I would like 40, obviously, but I will buy a little bit more at 41. They pay a solid dividend. It looks like I'm down $134, but realistically, um, let's see here. I think I've gotten two dividends, 23 plus 78. So it's like I'm honestly not. I mean, Altria really hasn't done anything. I am down, I think, a little bit, but I mean, the dividend is even going up, and if I can snag some more shares at 40 would be fantastic. But similar situation with Verizon. It's for the dividend. It's a little bit lower than Mo, but I think Verizon is at. I mean, this is just my opinion. I could be way off. I could be nailing the head. There's one way to find out. We'll find out here because I'm gonna hold the stock for as long as I can. The only thing I'd ever sell this portfolio for is a house. Uh, but anyway, price to earnings is a 6.6. I think that the market cap is 139 billion. They've made like an average of like 20 billion dollars every year. So I mean, realistically, I'm I'm not worried about Verizon. I'd buy more really, but I kind of personally I like to wait to average down until I'm down about at least 8%. I would say, depending. I mean, it depends sometimes. It depends on how much I've initially invested. Usually, I like to start with anywhere from $1,200 to $2,000, depending on what it is. You can see I purchased Mo multiple times, Verizon a couple times, Walgreens. This is the next one. Walgreens, I think I purchased twice, I believe. Let's see. It's pretty cool. It'll show me. So I bought June 29. Okay, so I picked up a little bit more. So yeah, I kind of like to slowly add to it. Walgreens is looking like Verizon. I mean, they're just at this low. I mean, same kind of thing with Walgreens. This is 24 billion market cap. Honestly, we'll run the Yahoo Finance real quick. Please type. Thank you. And then So real quick, we got the market cap at 24. Let's compare it to Robinhood real fast. What do they say? 24.34. Okay, so I mean it's pretty spot on, I guess, or at least for the market cap. Um, According to Yahoo Finance, Walgreens is 18% undervalued. I guess I agree because I own this. Wow, that was loud in my headphones. Hope that's not loud for the viewer. Um, Walgreens 4 billion. 2020 was a wild year. I'm not sure. I figured they would. I don't. I have to do more research about this, but I mean, on average, it's 3 4 billion dollars or 3 4 billion dollars a year. The revenue is steadily increasing. 2021, 32. Okay, yeah, so they posted record revenue in 2022, even though the consumer's weak. So that's, I mean, at the same time, what do I know? This is not financial advice. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. Um, I do like Walgreens. In retrospect, I mean, I will buy more Walgreens. Don't get me wrong. I wish I waited a little bit. I think I was super excited about Walgreens here, and this is when I first purchased somewhere around here, bought more here, and then when it went to 28, I did buy more here. I wish, but just a little bit, and then I didn't buy any more throughout here, and I'm just kind of waiting. I'm waiting for it to go to like 27 or so, and that's when I'll buy another 30 shares or so. I mean, I could be totally wrong about Walgreens. Don't get me wrong, but um, market cap 24 billion. They're making 4. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I love that. Plus a little bit of tin that I don't know all too much about. Commercial real estate is projected to take a hit. Um, it's not my words. It's from Jerome Powell. However, Walgreens, I think, leases a lot of their buildings. So if commercial real estate does come down, Walgreens could like potentially be able to capitalize on the situation, rather than having, if they own these buildings, the value of their assets, their commercial buildings would go down. But I'm not inclined to tell you all too much about it. The banks, I did buy and sell the banks. I hate buying and selling out of the like long-term portfolio, but um, I bought, I might show it. So yeah, you can see the purchases I made on Bank of America, and then I sold them. I think I was up like 13 or 14% already. And my portfolio, I'll show you. We'll get to that at the end, the all-time thing. Right here, I'll just click it and show us now. We're down 14% today. I started in 2020. This is back when I literally had, I think, $1,000. So at the time this jump, that was probably like a $300 jump or something like that. Um, but this is where I got into options. So I basically was someone just gambling my money. Thought I knew what I was doing, but I didn't. And then I was like, okay, I won't do options anymore, but I am going to buy leverage ETFs. And then I went balls deep in Soxel. And right here, I thought that my portfolio was up all time. I was working like crazy. I had a bunch of money to invest in the stock market. And then it went down, bought a lot more. And then right here, I remember working all year long just to basically lose all of this money. And then in August, I thought that everything I'd done was paying off. And then in October and everything, I was like, wow. But so I didn't sell out of it really. I kept holding. Don't really think I bought any more of Soxel. And then January, and then right here, I had a seizure on this date, right in between March 6th and March 13th. So like ever since that day, I totally had like this different outlook on the market, which I know is kind of weird, but I just I'm going slow and steady now with like dividends and value, um, like companies with actual, good value. I could be totally wrong about what I'm saying, but you can find out through me. I'm not here to sell you anything. This is my money. This is what I'm doing with it. Uh, Market value. I bought Citigroup. This is this carries a lot more risk, so I don't really plan to buy any more Citigroup. If anything, I would kind of want to sell out of Citigroup and buy just Bank of America. Uh, I'm obviously think Citigroup could provide more of a return than Bank of America, but Bank of America is much safer and like I mean, with everything going on, it would kind of be silly for me to not just capitalize. And then once again, I could be totally off about what I'm saying, and just Bank of America could go underwater, and Citigroup could flourish, and I could just be totally wrong. Pfizer, this is like one of the things I bought most recently. They have a pretty decent dividend, great price earnings ratio. Um, I just added it, $1,700. I kind of in some way hope they go to like 32 or whatnot. Yeah, there's like this. I hope they test this like somewhat of a level or whatnot. I would buy more there, and then if everything hits the fan, then I mean I'm not too nervous. Pfizer financials, 16 billion, 9 billion. Holy, yeah, huge jump here. 21, 31 billion. Summary, market cap of okay. Yeah, no, I'm loving this. I wish I could. I hope I can get Pfizer cheaper. That'd be fantastic. But in a way, that's it's kind of like hoping your stock goes even higher. It's like in a way being greedy, but it's nothing wrong with waiting for a good deal. Um, and then 3M, I bought and sold 3M already. Let's see if I can show. I basically somehow sold at the top of this rip. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna basically hold bonds, which is like one of my next holdings that we can cover. My mouth is super dry. But so I sold 3M, but when I hit like what was it? Yeah, 104. I'm like, okay, I'll just I bought a little bit more. Um, I'll probably buy more 3M. It's already at 100, so I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to buying more 3M. I would like it in the 90s so I could get my average down to probably about 100 or so. Um, but I'll hold 3M around 100 comfortably. With around at that point, I'll probably have 2,400 in there or so. Um, the max I probably would put in a single stock is probably 5,000, I would say. Uh, and I probably would just plant other seeds in other places. Uh, PayPal, I guess PayPal truly is the thing that I literally just added. Um, this I'm just gonna hold for the long term. I kind of forget what their numbers are. They're not as satisfactory as some of these other ones, but there's, I mean, obviously there's more value to a company than just what the books say. But 4 billion, 4 billion. Uh, PayPal has way more users than Snapchat. I can tell you that. Not that that like means too much, but sorry. Paragraph 6. I mean, it's not terrible. They're growing their revenue also. The stablecoin stuff, I have no idea. You know, don't ask me, man. But I think they're probably smarter than I am. So we'll have maybe do another video on that at some point. But this is my biggest holding. This is my short. This is my short. I've been holding bonds since March. All right. So I can prove it too. But I mean, it's not that crazy. But I've been holding bonds since Yeah, basically around here. I've been holding the bonds. Um, this is my short on the market. I'm not really into taking a huge bet like that. I think bonds is a perfectly good. I mean, I'll if you if I don't want to say it, but I mean, as a short, if you want to, short the market, then you can buy the bonds, I guess, in a way. But at the same time, what do I know? I did recently buy some more stocks, so it's not like I'm just like, oh, yep, market's coming down again. I have no idea. Um, I mean, I have, some assumption. I do assume the market will come down a little bit, at least. Uh, I'm paying attention to the Fed. We have Jackson Hole coming up. Um, but yeah, this is my quote unquote short. Is I'm just holding these bonds, and would not deploy too much of this without somewhat of confirmation from either policy shifting, Jerome Powell, something. Um, also could just sound like I have no idea what I'm talking about too, but we'll find out. Uh, we have Taiwan Semiconductors. They make the chips. I need some exposure to chips. I feel like throughout my life. Um, I don't really understand this too much, so maybe one of you, maybe somebody else can. Maybe we can talk. Maybe this is the first thing we can discuss. So apparently it's Yahoo Finance are 50% overvalued. The market cap of 476 billion. So can someone please explain to me why they make so much goddamn money? Like, why do they have $2.2 trillion dollars in revenue and earn over $1 trillion in a year, and their market cap is only 476 billion? Can someone please tell me that? Um, or talk to me about that. Leave a comment below. MPW. Um, this is a cold play. Some people might know what this is, but I like it for the long term. If they cut the dividend, we may have to exit. I already made money on MPW around $600. However, it's like $650. So, and I might buy a little bit more MPW at like 720 or below at $7. And then that might be it. If they cut the dividend, I might just cut my ties. We'll be good. Put it in the bill. We'll be fine. But no matter what happens, we'll be fine. Um, then we have Tencent. This is a stock that I actually really like Tencent. So it's like if this was the old me, I'd probably would just buy like $10,000 worth of Tencent and then end up selling it later on. Oh, what do they think about Tencent? Okay, they don't really have financials. 93 billion, 159 billion, 224 billion, and their market cap is 200. Yeah, I mean this stuff doesn't make all too much sense to me. Kind of like with Nintendo too. I mean I know that there's obviously something like right. Like look at this, 50 billion market cap, financials. They make all of this money. It's I don't understand something obviously, but PayPal. This is the very last thing I just added. This. What do we get it for? Almost below six, or yeah, almost below 60. Real quick, let's see. Not that like this means all that much, but oh man, these charts give me a little bit of a headache. 34. Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously doesn't look that good for PayPal, but sometimes sometimes we just take those deals. With that being said, that is the end of our first absolute rookie YouTube video. I'm glad you guys stayed through it all. If you did, you're my favorite. I'll remember you. You get free something. Let's see. The maximum portfolio. Okay. So I've never actually seen 60,000 in my portfolio, obviously, but the more you add to it, it like kind of shows you like, oh, this is how much you would have had. Robinhood's a little bit weird, but so the what I put into my portfolio minus what I paid for Robinhood Gold, which is probably like 120 bucks since I've had it for like 2 years, which I'm not really sure. I mean, it's not bad. I like being able to put in more than $1,000 at once when I like to, but you can see how much good that did me at certain times. But this is my experiment with the dark arts options, basically gambling my money because I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I remember losing. Yeah, look at that. That's my money, man. Just gone within like a week. Yeah, it's fucked. But with that being said, yeah, we're gonna take this slow, steady approach. Um, a year has been. This is the year to date, so like this year like looks good. Like so, I mean, unless my portfolio drops 32% in the next 5 months or so, I guess we'll close this year green. Um, I'm not selling my the bill, and I would keep. I would sell probably at least three or $4,000 worth max, but unless the S&P 500 goes below 400 or 410 at least, then the rest can just chill. Totally fine with that. But I mean, I can't really lose with Bill. I mean, sure, the market could continue. If the market goes up, I'm gonna win. Yeah, sure, I'd win more if I put Bill into other stocks, but I mean, the risk to reward, I'm right now, I feel as if I'm just absolutely chilling. Let me know if you agree whether or not, but if anybody watched this, Dan, if you watched us all the way through, man, you're a fucking legend, buddy. Um, but that's it. That's the end of the video. 21 minutes, that's not too bad. Um, but yeah, all right, thank you.